Welcome to the Sale Guru Show, and we've got some very, very interesting products for you. And you know, all the products very interesting. In fact, the first product, not with me right now. I had it with me just a few minutes back. The Sale Guru's team's taken it out there because they're trying out something that phone promises that almost no other phone can do. AI video, artificial intelligence video that you're actually shooting, and it tunes itself perfectly for that. The phone is, of course, the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. I know it's a bit of a mouthful and I have to almost stop before I say it, but I've got to get the name right. I mean, companies get very, very touchy about the fact that you just said the name wrong. So the phone's out there, the Sale Guru team's actually trying it out in terms of photography, in terms of everything else. But once again in the Reno series, if it's actually to do with Reno, optics, video and looks have to be the most important thing. We'll tell you if this one lives up to all expectations. Then we'll move on to something very interesting. LG's earbuds. Now these are TWS and these are also have active noise cancellation. Now active noise cancellation always makes earbuds very expensive. We've had Oppo coming up with the Enco X, which we did speak about last week. Those actually broke the price barrier. These are pretty expensive. Started off very expensive in the 20,000. Now they kind of reduced the price down. Is it as good? Then we'll move on to a very interesting story. I think the second chapter of India brands kind of making a comeback. So first we actually had Micromax doing it. Now we have Lava, but Lava has gone about it, doing it in a very different manner. Their headline is not just being an India brand. Their headline is customization. They're saying that their phones can actually be customized up to 50, 60 different ways. We'll talk about that and we'll even review a phone, the Z6 for you. That and a whole lot more happening on the Sale Guru Show. And of course, our top phone is the one that, like I said, I've spent a lot of time with, but it's not with me right now because it's being actually taken out to get that full review out, especially trying out the optics. Now, the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G is a very interesting phone. First, by the very default name Reno, you already know that Oppo will do three things very well. It will be a great looking phone, super thin and everything else, and some very interesting material at the back. Number two, it will have a very, very good screen, and third, it will have great optics. But this one went a little bit further. So great optics, AI video has been put in, a great screen is there, it's very nice looking, very super thin, good battery, above 4000 mAh. But I think the thing that I really loved about this phone also is that they're giving you a 65 watt fast charger in the box. In a place now where everybody seems to be now omitting, yes, actually not even putting a charger in the box. I really, really have to say, Oppo, well done. You're giving us not just a charger, but a great charger in the box. The rest, of course, the Sale Guru team and I have our review ready. Let's find out what they found out when they went out there to try out all the camera prowess.
Value flagship smartphones are one of the hottest smartphone categories in India. From the OnePlus 8 to the Xiaomi Mi 10T, the competition is fierce and product differentiation can be pretty hard. Enter the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. The phone is bringing Oppo's design and imaging capabilities and upping the performance quotient with MediaTek's Dimensity chipsets. But is that enough to stand out? Let's find out. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro's design is guaranteed to turn heads with its gradient design and choice of color. Moreover, what truly stands out is just how thin and light the phone is. Oppo has managed to give the phone a slim 7.6mm profile without skimping out on battery capacity. Additionally, the 173 gram weight makes it easy to use the phone all day long without fatigue. The front and back both have Gorilla Glass 5 for protection, but you won't find any waterproofing here. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro makes use of an in-display fingerprint scanner that is one of the fastest in the segment to unlock the device, and it stands out as a highlight feature of the phone. Moving on to the display, there is a 6.5-inch curved AMOLED panel in use. The screen has a 90Hz refresh rate that makes the UI look particularly smooth. The 1100 nits of brightness also ensure that outdoor visibility is no problem at all. Next, let's talk performance. The MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus chipset is the star of the show and delivers a flagship level performance here. We observe no hiccups in day-to-day use, and ColorOS is very well optimized for the hardware. When it comes to gaming, the Reno 5 Pro 5G can power through almost any game with the settings cranked up and frame drops were far and few. All that performance wouldn't mean much if the battery couldn't deliver all-day battery life. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro does very well here, and the 4350 mAh battery can easily get you a day and a half of use. The 65 watt charging speeds are astonishingly fast, and the Reno 5 Pro goes from 0 to 100 in just 30 minutes. Now, Oppo's phones have always had excellent cameras, but the Reno 5 Pro kicks things up a notch with its 64 MP primary camera. Images show a lot of detail with very little noise reduction, colors are true to life, and the phone performs admirably across lighting conditions. Even in dim lighting, the camera is able to pull off a lot of detail without too much noise. Elsewhere, the 8MP ultra-wide camera does a reasonable job as well, though the resolution could have been higher. Finally, the 2MP macro camera is excellent at capturing close-ups, though like the ultra-wide sensor, the resolution could have been higher. The video capabilities are exceptional with the new AI highlight video mode. We shot videos in 4K and the results were good both with the Pro Stable mode and the AI highlight video mode. Priced at 35,990 rupees, the Oppo Reno 5 Pro has a lot of competition, but it makes the right choices by focusing on design, imaging, battery life, while also bringing more than enough power to the table. The phone stands out as one of the best value flagship options and is definitely one to look out for if you're in the market for a new phone.
So now that we found the Oppo 5 to be a great phone, time now for us to take a look at how does it compare to another phone that actually leads in this category, is a very good phone in this price point, and that is the Samsung S20 FE. Let's compare the two, and remember, in our shootouts, only one can win.
With the launch of the Reno 5 Pro, Oppo has certainly created some ripples in the smartphone market. The Reno 5 Pro is already a contender for the best value flagship smartphone of the year, but can it take on one of the best smartphones from last year, the Galaxy S20 FE? Let's find out. Talking about the cameras, the Reno 5 Pro is the clear leader here in terms of specs. There is a quad camera setup at the back of the phone with 64MP, 8MP, 2MP and 2MP cameras, whereas the S20 FE only has a triple camera setup with two 12MP lenses and one 8MP lens. Talking about overall performance, Oppo once again takes the lead. The camera shoots some dazzling shots in the day and photos look better on the Reno 5 Pro than they do on the Galaxy S20 FE. Moving over to the hardware, the Oppo Reno 5 Pro has a glass back, whereas the S20 FE has a plastic back. While this may not be a problem for everyone, we feel that a glass back phone is definitely more premium than plastic. On the inside, the Reno 5 Pro is powered by MediaTek's latest Dimensity 1000 Plus chip, whereas Samsung is still using the dreaded Exynos 990 processor. While both phones will do well in daily tasks and you won't miss out on much with either, head-to-head, the Reno 5 Pro is better than Samsung. Both smartphones have a resolution of 1080 by 2400, but the S20 FE has a faster 120Hz panel, whereas the Reno 5 Pro has a 90Hz refresh rate. This means the content looks smoother on the S20 FE as compared to the Reno 5 Pro. The S20 FE also has better viewing angles as compared to Oppo. Smartphone displays is where Samsung is a market leader, and that really shows here. Both devices are also available in the same variants, starting out at 8GB RAM and 128GB storage, but Samsung also has the option for expandable storage on the S20 FE, whereas Oppo has skipped out on that feature on the Reno 5 Pro. While all of this is subjective, the big criteria here is the price. Launched last year, you can currently pick up the Galaxy S20 FE for 40,999 rupees, whereas the newer Oppo Reno 5 Pro is available for 35,990 rupees. With Oppo beating Samsung in all areas but the screen, it is clear to see that the Oppo Reno 5 Pro is a better deal.
So now there's also some confusion as to what is what. So let me take you through some of the things that Lava has done. We'll be reviewing the Z6 today. We'll also be talking about the MyZ, which is the phone that you can actually customize to a great extent, and MediaTek has played a great role in making sure that happens. And then there is the Z1, which is a designed in India phone. So Indian brand and designed in India. And again, MediaTek has made sure that that actually comes about. And I love this collaboration that is happening between Lava and MediaTek. So let's take a look at the Z6. And we'll also talk a little bit about the customization of MyZ and the Z1.
Lava has announced that it is back to compete in the smartphone market, and its latest, the Lava Z6, is a great smartphone to commence this comeback story. Here's what you get in this 9,999 rupee package. Smartphones are getting really big these days, and the Lava Z6 is another biggie. It has a 6.51-inch LCD screen with a resolution of 720 by 1600. This is not a full HD screen, but it is still an enjoyable package. While it doesn't get super bright outdoors, the viewing angles are good, and we were happy with our binge watching sessions on this device. The phone gets a big performance boost by the MediaTek Helio G35 processor. Combined with 6 GB of RAM, this is a great value for money device that managed to breeze through everyday tasks. Opening different apps, browsing the web, watching videos, the Lava Z6 was able to survive the test. Gaming was an area where we really liked the Lava Z6. It managed to handle the load of the graphics, it did not stutter or lag at all. The MediaTek processor makes this a great phone. While it gets some good marks for the processor, the phone also does well in the battery department. The Lava Z6 has a 5000 mAh battery, which means that it is next to impossible to kill this thing in a single day's usage. We were happy with the battery life on offer here. Lava has also bundled in a USB Type-C charger for topping up the Z6. Now, one area where the MediaTek chip really makes this device shine is the optics. It has a triple rear camera setup with a 13MP primary sensor, a 5MP secondary camera, and an additional 2MP lens to round off the trio. The camera takes decent images in good lighting, and it did not disappoint us. There is also a 16MP front camera that definitely does the job with the selfies. Budget smartphones are not the best camera phones, but the Lava Z6 is an exception. The MediaTek processor does a good job of cleaning up the noise and brings out a lot of detail in the shots. For the price, we were satisfied with the results from the camera. Another box that Lava has ticked is the user experience on the Z6. The phone comes with a stock version of Android 10, and there is no bloatware on this device. It provides a much needed escape from heavily skinned alternatives at this price. There is a rear mounted fingerprint scanner as well on the Lava Z6 that is fast and reliable. Elsewhere, there is 64 GB of internal storage as well. The Lava Z6 is a great cost-effective smartphone that comes loaded with features. With a stock Android version and a great MediaTek processor, it is a great pick if you're shopping at the 10K price mark. Lava has also become one of the first smartphone manufacturers to come up with a customizable made-to-order smartphone. Calling it the MyZ phone, this will allow you to customize the hardware according to your choice. MyZ allows you to choose the specification of your choice, including the rear camera, the front camera, the RAM, the storage, and even the color of your device. All of this can be done from Lava's website for MyZ, where you can go and create the smartphone of your choice. Lava has already created custom variants of the MyZ based on user requirements like photography and multitasking, but the concept here is you have the power to create your dream smartphone. In addition, Lava has launched the Z1 smartphone. This one comes with 2 GB of RAM and a price of 4,999 rupees. It is the first phone in its segment to feature Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. It is also a military-grade certified device from Lava. With a MediaTek Helio A20 processor, the Lava Z1 promises to be another great budget offering from Lava.
Now let's move on to this TWS earbuds. Like I said, the hottest category in all kind of devices right now. And LG, of course, has come into this with a big bang. Now the big bang is once again LG making mistakes and then doing some correction. Number one, they've called these tone free. By default, I don't think anything in audio should be called tone free. It can lead people to think that maybe the treble is not so good or the bass is not so good. After all, they're saying it's tone free. And in India, tone is taken to be treble and bass. That's number one. Number two, price points. LG does a great products. I mean, look at this one. It has so much going for it. Really, really nice looking earbuds in every which way. Has an absolute killer feature, which of course with this blue light, if you can see it, actually comes about. It has UV Nano in it, which means that they are self-cleaning. Once you put them into the box, these actually get UV sterilized, which is fantastic, right? So it's got noise cancellation. It's great looking. It's got UV Nano technology to self-clean them. And then, of course, LG goes and prices them completely wrong. They started off at above 20,000 rupees. Even now, I think they are exorbitantly priced. But how good are they? Well, I can give you one thing already. They sound really good.
The wireless earbuds market is overflowing with good TWS earbuds, but while every other company offers very little differentiation from the rest, LG has come up with something truly unique. LG has launched their latest Tone Free earbuds, and these come with a UV sanitizing case. That's the USP LG is claiming, and for the price of 18,990 rupees, here's what is in store for you. The Tone Free FN7 earbuds have a lot going for them in terms of audio. LG has partnered up with UK-based Meridian Audio to get the best possible sound output in these earphones, and we definitely saw the results of LG's hard work here. We listened to all types of music on these and were satisfied with the sound quality. LG also claims that these have noise reduction for audio calls and echo cancellation as well, and we were happy with the audio quality on calls. There is active noise cancellation in these earbuds, and paired up with a good in-ear fit, LG means business. There are 3 microphones to enable ANC, and while it is not the best possible, it does do the job. But the differentiating factor here is of course the UV sanitizing case. The case is not heavy at all, and the UV sanitization process begins as soon as the earbuds are kept in the case. The blue light comes on and does its job. While LG claims that this process kills 99% of bacteria, it is not medically certified against strains like COVID-19. Elsewhere, the LG Tone Free FN7 have up to 7 hours of battery, and you can charge them 2 more times with the case to get a total of 21 hours of playtime.
Let's take a quick break right now. On the show, when we come back, lots more happening. And now let's go on to a game that has been making a lot of headlines ever since it was announced. They've taken a long time in coming out of it. It really is the India version of PUBG, and they call it FAU-G.
With over 4 million pre-registrations to date, the hype for FAU-G is real. Developed by Bangalore-based developer Encore Games, FAU-G is finally available, and it captures the essence of what it is to be a soldier in the Indian Army, braving the odds to protect the nation. However, a lot of comparisons have been drawn with the now banned PUBG Mobile, as it turns out that at least at launch, there is very little in common between the two games. While PUBG has been instrumental in popularizing the Battle Royale formula with its massive maps and up to 100 players battling it out to be the last one standing, FAU-G is taking a different approach. At launch, the game ships with just a single-player campaign mode. In this mode, you take on the role of Captain Dhillon, deployed at the Galwan border to take on cross-border enemies. Other player skins can be purchased from the built-in store. The entire campaign takes under half an hour to finish, and Encore Games plan to add player versus player and Battle Royale multiplayer modes over the coming months. By 2021 standards, FAU-G has very rudimentary graphics with linear gameplay. Don't go in expecting high quality textures. Even though the game has options to toggle the quality of graphics, these barely make a difference. With its gameplay setting and nationalistic fervor, FAU-G has the essentials in place to be the next big gaming sensation in India. However, the game's popularity will depend on how quickly Encore Games can add more content to keep people coming back for more.
That then is the Cell Guru show for this week, but lots coming up next week. Do join me on the show.